Every time we lose a game this season, I have to trade the worst performing player from my roster. Now, the worst performance is going to be subjective, but just trust me, I'm going to pick the worst performing player, and we got to hope it's not our best player. We're using the Portland Trail Blazers in today's video, but it is a fantasy draft, and the Blazers are going to have pick number 23, dog. But you know what? I'm gonna guess that pick number 23 is Zion Williamson. That's gonna be my guess, because I've done some fantasy drafts in this game so far, and it feels like Zion is in that realm of 21 to 23, and I'm hoping that we get him at 23. So basically, we have to lose as little amount of games as possible. So this is really a video of me trying to put together the perfect roster, a roster that can go 82-0. Let's be real. I don't achieve those type of things here on YouTube. So our roster has Zion. See, listen, it's kind of sad that I kind of know the order of NBA fantasy drafts in 2K23 when it just came out a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's not something I'm proud of. But hey, this is work. I'm at work right now. We got Zion, Bradley Beal, D'Angelo Russell, Mitchell Robinson, Russell. Yo, they just drafted the biggest contracts imaginable. Even Eric Gordon on the bench. Look at the size of the contracts here. Hold on. Actually, let's do this. We go to our team intel. Our salary cap is almost minus $100 million and minus 4 there, 45. We have the worst cap situation in all of basketball, don't we? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got Russell Westbrook. Zion's contract, I don't even think it's started yet. It don't even start yet. So we got that. We got Bradley Beal, who signed one of the biggest deals in NBA history. Of course, we got Russ. This is maybe a good thing. We're about to figure it out. I'm going to say this right now. Not a single person on this roster is safe. Not like Zion is the dude for sure. Zion is really, really great. But if I could package Zion and this and that and get a guy that's a 97, which is probably unlikely, but if I could do that, I will. So I'm gonna try to right off rip, man. Again, we're trying to lose as little games as possible. So we might do 40 trades before we even start simulating, because that's how important it is for us to, you know what I'm saying, put together the perfect roster. I'm just kind of thinking about my 2K sim history. Giannis is number 1. I'm going to add Giannis to the list. I said if we could trade it for a 97. There's only 197 in all of the game. Also, when I'm simulating, of course, Luka is a GOAT. If I'm trading Zion, I need somebody that's 94 and above. That's what I'm looking at. I'll go talk to the Brooklyn Nets first. Again, when you're on this channel, you're in the world of no untouchable. So yes, there's no world where Giannis team would trade him away, but that's not what we living in right now. We will give y'all both of these dudes. That's how much we want Giannis right now. And we'll take back your worst contract or player. Give us Robin Lopez back. Trade exception. They say no. Are our picks valuable? 3-star value pick. We might be able to trade for Giannis right now. I also give you Mitchell Robinson. You got to make up $16 million. So you give us back a player like Brook Lopez. Give us both of the Lopez brothers. And then we're throwing another pick, a first though, of course a first. That's 2.5-star value. This is the best package we have. So if they don't say yes to this, then we're not getting Giannis. That's fine. That's fine. We got other players that we can talk to and talk about. I'm gonna try to get Giannis. I'm gonna try to get Kawhi, and I might be able to get Kawhi without adding Zion. If I have to add Zion to this trade, I won't do it. We're talking 94. Injuries don't exist in this universe, so I feel pretty good about that. I add that first round pick, add that second first round pick, add the third first round pick eventually, third first round pick. Welcome to the team, Kawhi Leonard. Okay, great. I ain't worried about those picks because I feel confident with my ability to get new picks. Kawhi Leonard is the first person to be added to the team. Now we have like D'Angelo Russell and we got D'Angelo Russell Westbrook on our team. If we throw both of them in the trade finder, the trades are going to be crazy bad. Or not bad at all. I will take Bradley Beal back. Yes, we gave him another first round pick, but I'm not worried about that. We got Bradley Beal back, bro. That's a dub. I'm throwing Bradley Beal in another trade as soon as we get more draft capital. This is what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're doing. So now we have Bradley Beal and Vucevic. I mean, we could do Bradley Beal and Zion again and try to get like Kevin Durant or Steph Curry to pair alongside Kawhi. So that's what we're going to try out. Don't really have any younger assets that are going to be valuable. So now we throw those. We only got 2 first-round picks, so we're not going to be able to do it. But as we get a couple more first-round picks, I think that's a possibility. If you're new around here, welcome. Let me show you how you get free first-round picks in the game of 2K. You throw a random player that you just signed in free agency like Doug McDermott into the trade finder, and you just sift through until you see somebody that's good like Alex Caruso or somebody that'll give you a pick straight up. Shout out to the Clippers. But I was going to say you could do the Alex Caruso deal that you trade Alex Caruso for that first. But if a team will right out give me a first round pick like that, we'll do that 100% of the time. So in this case, no team gave us a first round pick, but we saw Montrezl Harrell, but I don't want to get him that second. So we'll do the JaMychal Green trade, who gives us a 2+ in overall. Here's a 101. Now we throw JaMychal Green into the trade finder. I thought I was finessing. I'm not finessing. No team is willing to give us a first round pick for JaMychal. But if you can pair him with somebody else that's making a small amount of money, like Emmanuel Mudiay, you can get a first round pick and Killian Hayes potentially, or a first round pick in Josh Richardson. I'm gonna take Josh Richardson, even though Killian Hayes might have more value, because Josh Richardson's contract is $12 million, and we might need that down the line. So we just added 2 extra first round picks. So now I'm gonna talk to the team that has Steph Curry again and say, hey, what about now? Are you interested now? And if not, we'll move on to the next player. There's so many players. It's Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard can fit with pretty much anybody, I feel like. So we got the Clippers pick. They say no. We got the Hawks pick. They say no. We have the Thunder pick. They say no. And then I think there's one more. We got our own pick. They say no. See, that's a big package for Steph Curry, but that's all right. They say no. So we move on to the next one, which I guess we could try the Luka Doncic one, but I feel like he's, he's Luka. You understand that. In order to make this trade happen, we'd have to take Gallinari. And that still doesn't do it. So actually, the Luka one is there pretty much. Okay, we could take Gary Trent Jr. They're going to say no, of course. But we're going to package the same picks that we saw earlier with Steph Curry and see if that works. If not, we move on to like Kevin Durant. Or maybe we go a little bit lower. So we got Luka and Kawhi on the same team. That's great. Hey, listen, I hate it had to be you, Zion. I would have loved to have you in this video, but I had to do what I had to do. We also turned off trade deadlines. So, like, even if it's the last game of the season and we lose, we will still have to trade the worst performing player. Vucevic, Aaron Wiggins for Jamal Murray, another guy on a big contract, and we get an extra first round pick. And now we throw, like, Murray and Goga Badazi in that pick that we got. We actually saved the pick in that Luka trade, which is crazy to say aloud. And maybe we can get some upgrades. There's Damian Lillard. There's Pascal Siakam, who can run the 4 potentially. Brandon Ingram technically is a shooting guard in the game. So it's a lot of interesting trades here. You know what I kind of want to look at? Luka's trade value. Let's say Luka's trade value real quick. So John, Clint Capella, Jason Tatum, and Drew Holiday. So it's a couple really good package deals. Okay, what about Kawhi Leonard? Tatum and Clay is kind of interesting. Or you get Zion and Bradley Beal back. Okay. None of these trades are super interesting. So we're going to go back to what we're doing. Jamal Murray with, let's say, Corey Kispert this time around in this pick. We have Luka, who we're going to run at our 1, and then we have Kawhi, who we're going to run at our 3. So now we got to figure out the rest of those positions. I'm trading for Bam. I think Bam could be our guy at center. Again, nobody is safe, but he's a good hold and spot in the moment. We traded for Klay Thompson, and it seems like we're going to be trading Klay Thompson for Pascal Siakam, unless any of these trades look interesting. Jaylen Brown at the 2 would be crazy. Jaylen Brown, Kawhi, and Bam as our defenders, that sounds crazy. But I think I want Spicy P on the roster, bro. Move him over back to his natural position, which I guess is a 4. Let's be honest, nobody on the Toronto Raptors has a real position. Everybody is just basketball players. But we got Pascal. So now our start lineup looks like this, where Gary Payton II is the starter. But the rest, we not 82-0 material because nobody is. But we look pretty good, man. We look pretty good. All right, so now we got to find a shooting guard that we trust and then fill out our bench with competent, good players. And then we can get to simulating, bro. We don't have any first-round picks at the moment, but that's not a big deal because we can do what we need to do. And y'all know what that is. Jalen Brunson being back with Luka will be solid. If I trade for Jalen Brunson right now, he'd come off our bench. He wouldn't be our starting shooting guard. He'd come off our bench and basically do what he did for them in real life and just fill a stat sheet. So that's the trade we're doing, especially since we also get an unprotected first, even if it is in the future. Okay, so we got, look at the contracts, 27, 35, 30, 42, 37. Yeah, we ain't an expensive team, but hey, I think that worked out in our favor. So if I throw Cam Johnson, Kelly Olynyk in his first round pick, we should be able to get that starting shooting guard. We can do the Christian Wood deal to have him be a backup center. You know what? No. We shouldn't settle for anything. Let's just go out and sign people in free agency and then flip them for picks. That's what we do. Sign people in free agency and flip them for picks. We hit the jackpot, ladies and gentlemen. Shea Gillis Alexander, Kyle Kuz, welcome to the team. And just like that, we have our starting lineup because I'm moving Shea over to the 2. I ain't even worried about the defensive potential of our backcourt because I think everything else around is gonna make it okay. All right, I think it's everything around is gonna make it okay. And just like that, we got Luka, we got Shea, we got Kawhi, Pascal, and Bam Adebayo, and we got Kuzma coming off the bench, which is cool, but obviously nowhere near safe. But I thought that trade was amazing, so I had to pull the trigger. And now we signed some people free agency like Duncan Robinson, and we throw Duncan Robinson in there and into the good old trade finder, and we got nothing. So Duncan Robinson and Gorgeous Yang, throw them in a good old trade finder, and there's a first round pick and Chris Dunn. But wait. I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't keep looking. Like Javonte Green is objectively a better trade for us. And then we do the same thing over and over and over until we feel confident. Josh Hart, Trey Mann, first round pick for Desmond Bane and Kelly Oubre. We just got some more bench depth right there. That's cool. Kuzma's like, low-key Kuzma might stick around, bro. I mean, I ain't looked to see where he could get us. So actually, let me do that right now. Before I start telling that man and his family to buy a house in Portland, I should see if, well, it was good while it lasted, Kuz. Hope you enjoy Atlanta because Scotty Barnes is coming here. But Scotty, I'm not telling you to use safe either because boy, oh boy, I know that trade value's crazy. And I feel like I need to pair you with a bigger contract. We can bring Z back. We could bring Z back right now. We can bring in LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, Darius Garland, Tyrese and Valanciunas. So yeah, Tyrese Maxey and Anthony Simons. Good problems to have. Very good problems to have. Very, very good problems to have. I mean, Z makes the most. That means like Pascal's coming off the bench or Z's coming off the bench. That's pretty good though. For overall depth, like somebody ain't gonna be happy. Oh, would you rather have LaMelo because we got Luka and Shea and or Anthony Edwards because our three is Kawhi and we don't live in a world with no injury. So maybe okay. Let me think. This one looks good too though. This one looks good too. Tyrese Maxey off our bench and Anthony Simons off our bench now. Again, that would leave us very open when it comes to, defense in the backcourt. Zion, welcome back. Yep. Zion, welcome back. Okay. Now, I'm about to try something that is unheard of. Zion might get traded again with Pascal. Best thing we see is Anthony Davis. That's not worth it. I would rather keep the depth. I was thinking, bam, Kevin Durant was about to come up. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant was coming up and we was going to be decent. What if I did, Shea? Like I said, no stone should be unturned. We need to check every single possible trace in Jason Tatum. Don't really need that though. I think we might be good with having Zion come off the bench. Hey, our top 7 looking elite though. I ain't gonna lie. You ready to see the team? I figured that we were spending way too much time, so I consolidated it. Luka, DeJounte Murray, Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam, and Bam. Off the bench, we have an entire starting 5 that can make an all-star game. We got Shea, Zion, Desmond Bane, Keldon Johnson, and Daniel Gafford. Once we got towards the back end of the rotation, we had to get like cheap players, $2 million, $3 million because his contract extension ain't kicked in just yet, and the Gafford $1 million because his contract extension ain't kicked in yet. So this is our roster, and we can start simulating. And every time we lose, we have to trade the worst performing player. But if this is any indication, we might go 82-0, ladies and gentlemen. Desmond Bane. Oh, Desmond, you better be. Oh, you so lucky that we won this one. 0 for 6? No, we good. We good. We got to basically go game by game 82 times because I don't want to accidentally miss a loss. You know what? We ain't losing. We ain't losing. Look, we not losing. You can fill out the roster whatever you want to, but don't change my rotation. Because they was wanting me to have Luka come off the bench, and I refuse. I spent so much money and assets to get Luka Doncic. Bro. We might go 82. I mean, it's 13 games in. But we are on pace. Scotty Barnes for Zion, get out of here for that. Get out of here. Bro, this is the closest. It was a 1-point game right here. Giannis almost made us trade away Pascal. Pascal would have had the worst game. 3 for 13, 7 points in 31 minutes. That would have been the worst game. So far, we are 22 and wow. Let's go take a look at the standings. Our point differential is a plus 30. Plus 30. This might be the best roster I've ever put together in any video over the last I don't know how many years. We keep it moving. With the game against the Jazz, that's a win. They were a below 500 team. That's a win. Hey, if we start off the season 41-0, we might have to change the title of this video, ladies and gentlemen. This video might turn into I finally went 82-0. Please. Oh, the Spurs. RJ, Dame, and Paolo, James Wiseman. Okay, moment of truth. Who do we trade away? Luka. In 30 minutes, Luka was 3 for 10 on 6.7 rebounds, 7 assists. And DeJounte had a bad game too. I mean, we lost, so a lot of people had a bad game. But, like, I think the Luka one stands out the most. 30% from the field, missed all of his threes, turned the ball over a few times. I think Luka is the one to be traded first. Wow. That sucks. A challenge is a challenge. Let's see. We could get Job, but that also means we trade him Bam, which we don't want to do. How do we trade away Luka if the trade finder's like, oh, we only got one option for you? And it's really just trade Luka. So we got to find a point guard that's making a similar amount of money that might be slightly worse. I cannot believe Luka was the first one to let us down. That feels crazy. I mean, Kyrie Irving's the same situation as Dame when it comes to his overall. He's averaging 20.8. All right, we made our trade. I don't know who they're going to want to start. They want to start Shea over Kyrie. I'm personally going to start Kyrie because I like the idea of having our non-defending point guard with a defending unit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I thought Luka was the perfect match. But we lost one game. 82-0 challenge is dead. Hopefully we never lose. Hopefully we don't lose another anytime soon. And what if we go 81-1 for the second time in this 2K cycle? I'm gonna be really upset. Nope, not 81-1. Not 81-1. We lose to the Warriors, who have KD again. Seems sucks though. KD and Christian Wood really did that. Who's the worst performing player? It's Zion. He fouled out in 22 minutes and he shot 1 for 7. Zion has to get traded. Wow. All right. I mean, we knew we was going to have to trade some big level names and big caliber players. Z, sorry it had to be you. Oh, and look at the trades we getting. Zion for Benedict Mathurin and Grayson Allen. Y'all better stop. Y'all better, oh my God, this is bad. We can get Scotty Barnes, so it's like power forward for power forward. Scotty's younger, still really good. Get it quickly back. Trade number 8 might be the one we have to do. Rob doesn't really make sense of what we got on the roster. Yeah, we're trading for Scotty, who I think we already had. Didn't we already have Scotty in this video? We're going to trade him, and we get quickly back as well, so just like that. Z, I'm sorry it had to be you again. All right, let's get back to simulating. 2 games lost so far on the season, and that's it. That's where we draw the line. JK, we lost by 10 to Luka. Luka said, look, you made the wrong decision, which I knew we made the wrong decision. I knew we did. The person we trade away, is it Shea? Let's see. It's going to be hard to be Gaffer because he's only playing a certain amount of minutes. The worst performing player here is probably Shea. Even though it's just a bad shooting night. He didn't turn the ball over. It's just a bad shooting night, but that's the best option we have right now. Everybody else outperformed him. So Shea is the next one to go, man. It's unfortunate, Shea. You know we got nothing but love for you, but you have to be moved. We're going to do it for Drew Holiday because we get the pick. And I know we're not winning every single game left. So, Kyrie got to start again. So, for the next person to underperform, we throw that pick with them, and boom, we got a better trade. So far, 40-3 is a great, that's all-time great potential. We lost to this team who has Tyler Hero. Who was our worst performing player? It was Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's getting moved immediately. 3 turnovers and 3 for 13. So we throwing Drew. And listen, if Shea is in the trade finder, I will 100% retrade for Shea. 1,000%. You better hope he's not there. He wasn't, but De'Aaron Fox was, and it's a 1-point downgrade when it comes to overall. And we also get that pick. And that's enough for me to say yes to. We keep it moving. We lost to the Bulls by 3. Jalen Brunson, who was on my team a little while ago, carried. Our worst performing player. Is it Scotty? It might be Scotty. Pascal. Well, Pascal shot it poorly, but he brought in a double-double. So I can't say, was the Scotty game worse? 1 for 4 versus, yeah. I'm gonna say that the Scotty game was worse, legit. That's why I said earlier it's gonna be subjective, because you might have thought it was the other guy who I completely forgot already, but I think it was Scotty. And this is the bad part about trading a guy like Scotty. He's on his rookie deal, so it's not gonna be a ton of assets to help us for the now. The Robert Williams one is the one we're gonna do. I mean, we only have Daniel Gafford at the back end of that rotation, so it's not like we had this plethora of center play. But now we got Robert Williams, and Daniel Gafford minutes can get taken away for quickly now because we don't need 3 centers in the rotation. Okay, cool. We keep it moving. We might be going into the All-Star break with just 5 total losses. Okay, it's going to be 6 because we lost to OKC. But Steph Curry gave us the work. And Kyrie Irving, 1,000%. 8 points in 28 minutes is unacceptable. Even though Bam stuffed the stat sheet, so it's probably not him. But my center shooting 1 for 8 is terrible. But I'm going to go with Kyrie Irving as the guy that gets moved next. Trade for Zach LaVine. And this is going to have it so De'Aaron Fox is a start in 1. Oh, you know what? No, it's not. I'm going to have DeJounte go back to his beginning position of his career, the point guard. Zach LaVine, they're homies. They're both from the same area, I think. And yeah, so we're looking solid. TJ Warren now gets some PT, which I guess I'm okay with. Just win these last 2 games and go into the break. Not against this team. Now we're starting to lose. The worst performing player might be No, it's Keldon Johnson. 0 for 5 from the field and 3 turnovers. It's Keldon Johnson 1,000%. And what sucks about that is he's only making $3 million. So it's not like we about to go out there and get something crazy for him. I guess we traded for Saddiq Bey. It's a downgrade right there, but we had to do what we had to do. Just lost our first game out of the break. And the worst player, probably De'Aaron Fox. And you can argue DeJounte Murray too. I mean, let the point differential. Oh, DeJounte. We'll let point differential determine that one because it was so close. DeJounte has to be moved. It's unfortunate. You know, it's unfortunate. Just DeJounte, you know, we got love. Again, I got to say that to all of my players as we trading them out to their next team. We got love for you. Shea is back, but I don't want to give up 2 players to get Shea. This is a risky move. This pick is juicy. So I'm trading for the pick. I'm trading for the pick of Steven Adams. That 1,000%, we're going to lose a game soon, and I'm okay with that because I know that whoever the least worst performing player is, we about to really go out there and trade that pick with them, and it's about to get us a superstar, potentially. I don't know. There it is. It don't take much longer. And the player, you can make an argument that it's Kawhi. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 4 turnovers, 6 for 14. You can make that argument. Pascal also in 32 minutes played terribly as well. Point differential says, yeah, it's Pascal out of those 2 options. It can be. I mean, I know Rob had the lowest plus minus. He also had 5 blocks and 2 steals. I think Pascal has to be the guy. But with that pick, Domantas Sabonis is the best we're going to get. What the heck? Scotty Barnes and Julius. Oh, man. Oh, I thought we was about to really go in here and make some big moves happen. I didn't even really like that. I'm traded for Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, we're going to move him to the 3. And we're going to move Kawhi to the 4. And run it like this. Yeah, this feels cool. I don't really need Steven Adams minutes, I'm going to be honest with you. We already got enough centers in the rotation. Saddiq Bey could get a little bit more minutes. And then I'll give like Zach LaVine and Kawhi more minutes, I guess. I don't know. And the team is looking a lot different in these 9 trades that we've had to do. I thought we was putting together a roster. Hey, in the beginning, this felt like we was going 82-0, and we ain't even close to it. I think it's Desmond Bane this time around, which again sucks because that $2 million is really nothing at all. Desmond Bane for Franz Wagner. I don't know what's going on. We only got a handful of weeks left of basketball, so hopefully we can end on a streak or something like a streak. Because I'm already tired. Maybe one more loss. Maybe one. Sounds crazy to say it loud. Maybe one more loss or not. We got one last week. There it is. We needed this loss. Who's the guy? Please don't let it be a top dude. De'Aaron Fox. He fouled out. He shot 3 for 9, and he didn't do anything. De'Aaron Fox is the one that has to go in this last trade. So Jamal Murray's coming to the team, and our new team, probably the team. What the heck? You starting Saddiq Bey over? Oh, yeah. This is why you don't give the other people the opportunity to do your rotations. Saddiq Bey was starting over Brandon Ingram? Are they serious? And we're going to the playoffs with a shortened rotation because I refuse to not win the championship. Like, Saddiq Bey should be. We went from one of the deepest teams in basketball to like, yeah, we still got depth, but it ain't nearly as close to the other ones. Last 3 games, win. Oh my God, I thought I was going to be able to stop it. We have to do one last trade. And it's going to be Quickly. Oh my God, this is the most oh my God, Quickly? Yeah, okay, thank God it wasn't nobody that was like really good or really a part of the rotation. We could throw him to like anything. I ain't worried about Emmanuel Quickly. Jalen Noel, I guess. Like they don't matter. They did not matter at all. I will give the minutes to you though. At least we probably should have traded for a point guard because we basically only have one of those. But I mean, we have enough talent where we feel okay, right? Like, you can't tell me Kawhi or Brandon Ingram can't bring the ball up the court and initiate the offense, right? Luka averages a triple-double. Sucks that we had to trade you away, my boy, but it is what it is. I'm trying to see if there's people that we once had on our roster making All-NBA team, but not a lot of them, bro. Not a lot of them. Okay, here we go. First round of the playoffs. No matter how many losses we get, obviously, we can't make no trades. It would have been cool to be able to make trades during the playoffs. Like, we lose to them and we give them our best player and we have to win to get them back. It would be kind of cool, but we can't do that. Steph Curry, Kristaps, and Desmond Bane. Dang, I feel like every season every series we're going to go against a person that we traded away, but we beat them pretty easily. The Phoenix Suns, they have Cam Johnson, who we traded away. This team looks pretty good around Jokic. I mean, not elite, but like I feel like they'll be a fun league pass team because Jokic is going to have them cutting and hitting shots and stuff. Oh, I was going to say they get swept, but they don't. They need to go down, though. They do. Okay, now we got the Lakers in the conference finals who have... No, we haven't had any of these people. They don't look that good either. You know what I'm saying? You got the point guard, which is dope. Well, we got love for him around here. But that team don't look like nothing in comparison to us. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Give me these Steven Adams minutes. Give me these minutes, Franz. I'm sorry. We're giving the minutes to Levine. We're giving the minutes to Kawhi, Brandon Ingram. Okay. Now... There we go. And was it a good win? It was an okay win, you know what I'm saying? And now we go game 7 in the conference finals against the LA Lakers where we have home court advantage in the Moda Center. I think that's the name of it. Oh, we won this one. That's wraps. Okay. We're going to head off to the NBA. Hey, that was close, bro. It ended up being close. We're going to head off to the NBA finals to go against, I think I saw Ja Morant, Devin Vassell, Chris Middleton, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Clint Capella. They built a very good defensive team around Ja, and he's probably out there going crazy, dunking on people and doing Ja stuff. But I don't think they're good enough. Lou Dort off the bench hit 6 threes and led them in scoring, and they weren't able to capitalize. Oh, yeah, y'all dust. If you got a guy to come off the bench and do that and you don't capitalize, because he's not doing that again, ladies and gentlemen. He's not doing that again. And just like that, we win 72 games in the season, make 10 in-season trades, and we also win the championship.